Addition without carrying over. You have already learned how to add two numbers. Now let us revise it. Well, Tony has three purses, each containing 100 beads. Sonu has 5 purses. How many purses altogether? Yes, 3 plus 5, 8 purses. How many beads altogether in the purses with Tony and Sonu? Well, that would be 300 plus 500. So it is 800 beads. So you will write 800. If Tony has 200 rupee notes, one 10 rupee note, and 5 1 rupee coins, and Sonu has 100 rupee note, 3 10 rupee notes, and 2 1 rupee coins, how many 100 rupee notes do they have altogether? How many 10 rupees notes and how many 1 rupee coins do they have altogether? Let's find out. For that, let us count. First we'll count 100 rupee notes. Tony has 200 rupee notes and Sonu has 100 rupee note, which means 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. That is, there are total 300 rupee notes. Now let us count 10 rupee notes. Tony has one 10 rupee note and Sonu has three 10 rupee notes. So total would be 1 plus 3, that is 4. So together they have 4 10 rupee notes. And in the end, let us count the 1 rupee coins. Tony has 5 1 rupee coins and Sonu has 2 1 rupee coins. 5 plus 2 is 7. So in total there are 7 1 rupee coins, which means there are 300 rupee notes, 4 10 rupee notes and 7 1 rupee coins altogether. Observe the examples based on the pictures. Complete them by adding units to units, tens to tens, and hundreds to hundreds. First, let us notice the picture. It has 100, 2 tens, 1 unit, then 2 hundreds, 1 10, 3 units, and after adding they have given 3 hundreds, 3 tens, 4 units. Let us write them. It would be 100, 2 tens, 1 unit, plus 2 hundreds, 1 10, 3 units. Now let us add unit to unit, tens with tens and 100 with 100. 1 unit plus 3 unit is 4 unit. 2 tens plus 1 10 is 3 tens. 100 plus 200 is 300. You know what? If we shift these places as in 100, tens, units on the top and write the respective numbers below them, then also we can carry out addition. For example, under 100 it would be 1, under tens 2, under units 1, plus under 100 2, under tens 1, under unit 3. Now let us do the addition. We need to begin from the units column. 1 plus 3 would be 4 units. Now the tens. 2 tens plus 1 tens is 3 tens. And 100 plus 200 is 300. So the answer is 334. Look at the pictures and write the numbers. Add the numbers. In the picture we have 100, 110 and 2 units. Then we have 200s, 110 and 5 units. Well, now let us fill up the boxes with the respective number. First, we have 100, so we will write 1 in this box. Then 110, so 1 over here. And 2 units, so we will write 2 over here. Now the second row. It has 200, so we will write 2 over here. 110, so we will write 1 over here. And 5 units, so we will write 5 over here. Now we'll begin the addition from the units side. 2 units plus 5 units is 7 units, so you'll write 7 over here. Now the tens. 110 plus 110 is 2 tens, so write 2 over here. Hundreds. 100 plus 200 is 300, so write 3 over here. Which means the answer is 300, 2 tens, 7 units. Now let us fill in respective numbers in these boxes. If you look at the first row of the picture, under hundreds you have 1, so write 1. For tens, 110, so write 1 over here. 2 units, so write 2 over here. For the next row, 200, so write 2 over here. 110, so write 1 over here. And 5 units, so write 5 over here. Now let us begin our addition from units column. Under units column we have 2 plus 5, that is 7. Under tens column it is 1 plus 1, that is 2. Under hundreds column it is 1 plus 2, that is 3. So the answer is 327. Now kids, you have understood the concept of places, that is units, tens, hundreds. Now let us carry out some additions without using them. Carry out and observe the following additions. 54 plus 20. We'll begin the addition from the units column. 4 plus 0 is 4. Now the tens column. 5 plus 2 is 7. So the answer is 74. Now the next sum. 20 plus 54. If you notice the units column, 0 plus 4 is 4. 2 plus 5 is 7. So the answer is 74 again. Now the next sum. 70 plus 8. In the units column, 0 plus 8 is 8. In the tens column we have only 7, so the answer is 78. Now we have 8 plus 70. In the units column we have 8 plus 0, that is 8. And in the tens column we only have 7, so the answer is again 78. Now the next sum. 75 plus 13. In the units column, 5 plus 3 is 8. In the tens column, 7 plus 1 is 8. So the answer is 88. Now the next sum. 13 plus 75. In the units column, 3 plus 5 is 8. In the tens column, 1 plus 7 is 8. So the answer is again 88. Children, did you notice something? Well, even when the order of numbers is changed, they add up to the same number. Did you get it? All right. Add 376 plus 2. Well, if you arrange them in vertical order, under hundreds you'll write 3, under tens 7, under units 6, plus 2, that is under units column. We'll begin our addition from the units column. 6 units plus 2 units is 8 units. Under tens column we have 7 tens, so we'll write 7 over here. And under hundreds column we have 300, so we'll write 3 over here. So the answer is 300, 7 tens, 8 units. That is 378. Now the next sum. 403 plus 64. First we'll write 100 tens units. 403 would be 400, 0 tens, 3 units, plus 64 would be 6 tens, 4 units. Once you arrange them vertically, let us begin our addition from the units column. 3 plus 4 is 7, so we'll write 7 over here. In the tens column, 0, 10 plus 6 tens is 6 tens, so write 6 over here. Under hundreds column we have 4, so write 4 over here. So it is 400, 6 tens, 7 units, which means the answer is 467. Now the next is 125 plus 144. First we'll write 100 tens unit. Now 125 is equal to 100, 2 tens, 5 units, plus 144 would be 100, 4 tens, 4 units. Let us begin our addition from the units column. 5 units plus 4 units is 9 units. Now the tens column, 2 tens plus 4 tens is 6 tens. 100 column, 100 plus 100 is 200. So it is 200, 6 tens, 9 units, which means the answer is 269. Now we have 513 plus 365. First we'll write 100 tens units. Now 513 is equal to 500, 110, 3 units, plus 365 would be 300, 6 tens, 5 units. Let us see the units column. 3 units plus 5 units is 8 units. In the tens column, 110 plus 6 tens is 7 tens. In the hundred column, 500 plus 300 is 800. So the answer is 800, 7 tens, 8 units, which means the answer is 878. (142 plus 6). First we'll write 100 tens unit. Now 142 is 100, 4 tens, 2 units, plus 6 would be 6 units. In the units column, 2 units plus 6 units is 8 units. In the tens column, we have 4 tens. In the hundreds column, we have 100. So the answer is 100, 4 tens, 8 units. That is 148. Next is 205 plus 4. First we'll write hundreds, tens, unit. Now 205 is equal to 200, 0 tens, 5 units, plus 4 units. So 5 units plus 4 units is 9 units. In the tens column, we have 0 tens. In the hundreds column, we have 200. So the answer is 200, 0 tens and 9 units, which means 209. Now the next sum. 540 plus 35. First we'll write HTU. Now 540 is 500, 4 tens, 0 units, plus 35 is 3 tens, 5 units. In the units column, 0 unit plus 5 units is 5 units. In the tens column, 4 tens plus 3 tens is 7 tens. Under hundreds column, we have 500. So the answer is 500, 7 tens, 5 units, which means 575. Now, the next sum. 20 plus 436. First we will write HTU. Now 20 is 2 tens, 0 units, plus 436 is 400, 3 tens, 6 units. Well, 0 unit plus 6 units is 6 units. In the tens column, 2 tens plus 3 tens is 5 tens. And the hundreds column, we have 400. So it is 400, 5 tens and 6 units, which means it is 456. Arrange vertically and add 664 plus 220. First we'll arrange them vertically. For that we'll write H, T, U. Now 664 is 6 hundreds, 6 tens, 4 units, plus 220 would be 200, 2 tens, 0 unit. Now if you add them, at the units column, 4 units plus 0 units is 4 units. Tens column, 6 tens plus 2 tens is 8 tens. Hundreds column, 600 plus 200 is 800. Which means the answer is 800, 8 tens, 4 units. That means 884. Now let us see the next sum. 421 plus 351. First we'll arrange them vertically. Let's write HTU. Now 421 is 400, 2 tens, 1 unit, plus 351 would be 300, 5 tens, 1 unit. Let's begin the addition. 1 unit plus 1 unit is 2 units. 2 tens plus 5 tens is 7 tens. 400 plus 300 is 700. Which means the answer is 700. 7 tens and 2 units. That means 772. Now the next one. 713 plus 205. First we'll arrange them vertically. So we'll write HTU. 713 would be 700, 110, 3 units, plus 200, 0 tens, 5 units. Now let us begin the addition from the ones column. 3 units plus 5 units is 8 units. 110 plus 010 is 110. 700 plus 200 is 900. So the answer is 900, 110 and 8 units, which means the answer is 918. Let us see the next sum. 122 plus 324. Let us begin our addition. For that, first we'll arrange them vertically and write HTU. 122 would be 102 tens, 2 units, plus 324 would be 302 tens, 4 units. Now 2 units plus 4 units is 6 units. 2 tens plus 2 tens, 4 tens. 100 plus 300, 400. which means the answer is 400 4 tens 6 units, that is 448. Next sum, 207 plus 102. Let us write HTU first. Now 207 is 200 0 10 7 units plus 102 would be 100 0 tens 2 units. Now 7 units plus 2 units is 9 units. 0 10 plus 0 10 is 0 tens. 200 plus 100 is 300, which means the answer is 300 0 tens 9 units, so it is 309. $270 plus 312. If you arrange them vertically, first we'll write HTU. Then 270 is 200, 7 tenths 0 units, plus 312 is 300, 1 10, 2 units. Let us begin our addition. 0 units plus 2 units is 2 units. 710 plus 110 is 8 tenths. And 200 plus 300 is 500, which means the answer is 582. Now the next sum, 450 plus 230. If you arrange them vertically, first you'll write HTU. Now 450 would be 400 5 tenths 0 unit plus 230 would be 200 3 tenths 0 unit. Now let us begin our addition. 0 unit is 0 unit. 5 tenths plus 3 tenths is 8 tenths. 400 plus 200 is 600, which means it is 600, 8 tenths and 0 unit, that is 680. Now the next one. 541 plus 320. Well, first we'll arrange them vertically. Now we will write HTU. 541 would be 504 tenths 1 unit, plus 320 would be 302 tenths 0 unit. Now let us begin our addition. 1 unit plus 0 unit is 1 unit. 4 tenths plus 2 tenths is 6 tenths. 500 plus 300 is 800, which means it is 806 tenths in 1 unit, that is 861. Now the next sum, 400 plus 300. First we'll arrange them vertically, writing HTU. Now 400 would be 400 0 10 0 unit, plus 300 would be 300 0 10 0 unit. Now the units column, 0 unit plus 0 unit is 0 unit, 0 tenths plus 0 tenths 0 10. 400 plus 300 is 700, which means the answer is 700. Next is 22 plus 342. We'll arrange them vertically, writing HTU. Now 22 would be 2 tenths 2 units, plus 342 would be 304 tenths 2 unit. In the units column, 2 units plus 2 units is 4 units. In the tenths column, 2 tenths plus 4 tenths is 6 tenths. In the hundred column, 300, which means the answer would be 306 tenths and 4 units, that is 364. Study the following addition carried out in the horizontal arrangement. Children, observe the addition done by the horizontal arrangement. The addition is 4 hundreds, 2 tenths, 1 unit, added with 3 hundreds, 5 tens, 1 unit gives 7 hundreds, 7 tens, 2 units. Let us observe this addition. You know that we add units with units. Write in the answer box at the units place. So 1 unit plus 1 unit is equal to 2 units. This answer you will write here. Likewise, 2 tens plus 5 tens is 7 tens. This we will write here. And 4 hundreds plus 3 hundreds, well, that is 700. So write it here. In this way, we can add the numbers in the horizontal arrangement also. You've understood the concept? Now we'll move forward to some sums then. And in horizontal arrangement, 527 plus 261. 527 means 500, 2 tens, 7 units, plus 261 means 200, 6 tens, 1 unit. Now, as I have already taught you about the horizontal arrangement, we'll begin our addition from the unit side. 7 units plus 1 unit is 8 units, so you'll write 8. 2 tens plus 6 tens is 8 tens, so you'll write 8. 500 plus 200 is 700, so you'll write it here. So the answer is 788. Now the next sum, 623 plus 215. 623 means 600, 2 tens, 3 units, plus 215 is 200, 1 10, 5 units. Now 3 units plus 5 units is 8 units, so write 8. 2 tens plus 1 10 is 3 tens, so write 3 tens over here. And 600 plus 200 is 800, so write 8 over here. So it is 838. Now the last sum. 203 plus 302. 203 would be 200, 0 tens, 3 units, plus 302 is 300, 0 tens, 2 units. Now 3 units plus 2 units is 5 units, so write it here. 0 10 plus 0 10 is 0 10. And 200 plus 300 is 500, which means the answer is 505. Addition of 3 numbers. Add. Maya bought an eraser for ₹2, a pencil for 3 rupees, and some colored chalks for 4 rupees. How much should she pay the shopkeeper altogether? Well, Maya bought eraser for ₹2, a pencil for ₹3, and colored chalks for ₹4. Now let us arrange them vertically under units. So it will be 2 plus 3 plus 4 is equal to dash. Now 2 plus 3 makes 5. ₹2 for eraser and ₹3 for pencil together make ₹5. When we add the ₹4 for the chalks to these ₹5, we will get ₹9, as 5 and 4 make 9. Thus ₹2 plus ₹3 plus ₹4 is equal to ₹9. So Maya should give the shopkeeper 9 rupees. In the cupboard, there are 3 songbooks, 21 storybooks, and 14 picture books. How many books are there in the cupboard altogether? Well, there are 21 storybooks, 14 picture books, and 3 songbooks. In order to find the total number of books, we need to add 21 storybooks, 14 picture books, and 3 songbooks. So if you arrange them in vertical order with T and U, 21 is 2 tens 1 unit, plus 14 is 1 10 4 units, plus 3 units. Now in the units column, 1 unit plus 4 unit plus 3 units is 8 units. In the tens column, 210 plus 110 is equal to 3 tens, which means the answer is 38. That is, there are 38 books in the cupboard. Add. Now let us do some addition for 3 numbers. First sum. 25 plus 30 plus 32. Now they are already arranged in vertical order. In the units column, 5 units plus 0 units is 5 units, plus 2 units would be 7 units. In the tens column, 2 tens plus 3 tens is 5 tens, 5 tens plus 3 tens is 8 tens, which means it is 8 tens 7 units, that is 87. Now the next sum, 21 plus 15 plus 12. Now they are already arranged in vertical order. Now in the units column, 1 unit plus 5 units is 6 units, plus 2 units is 8 units. In the tens column, 2 tens plus 1 ten is 3 tens, plus 1 ten is 4 tens, which means it is 4 tens and 8 units, that is 48. Now the next sum, 50 plus 2 plus 3. Now they are already arranged in vertical order. In the units column, 0 unit plus 2 unit is 2 units, plus 3 units is 5 units. In the tens column, we have 5 tens, so it is 5, which means the answer is 5 tens 5 units, that is 55. Now the next question, 25 plus 12 plus 1. Now they are already arranged in vertical order. In the units column, 5 units plus 2 units is 7 units, plus 1 unit is 8 units. In the tens column, 2 tens plus 1 ten is 3 tens, which means the answer is 3 tens 8 units, that is 38. Now let us see the next sum. 453 plus 104 plus 112. First we'll arrange them in vertical order, and for that we write H, T, U. Now 453 is 4 hundreds, 5 tens, 3 units, plus 104 would be 100, 0, 10, 4 units, plus 112 would be 100, 110, 2 units. Let us begin the addition from the units column. 3 units plus 4 units is 7 units, plus 2 units is 9 units. In the tens column, 5 tens plus 0 tens is 5 tens, plus 1 ten would be 6 tens. Hundreds column, 400 plus 100, 500, plus 100, 600. So it is 600, 6 tens and 9 units, which means the answer is 669. Now, the next sum. 105 plus 3 plus 20. First, we'll arrange them in vertical order and we'll write HTU. Now, 105 is 100, 0, 10, 5 units, plus 3, that is 3 units, plus 20, that is 2 tens, 0 units. Now, in the units column, 5 units plus 3 units is 8 units, plus 0 units would be 8 units. In the tens column, 0 tens plus 2 tens is 2 tens. In the hundreds column, we have 100, so we'll write 1, which means the answer is 102 tens, 8 units. That is 128. Now the next sum. 202 plus 34 plus 11. First, we'll arrange them in vertical order, writing hundreds, tens, and units. Now, 202 would be 200, 0, 10, 2 units, plus 34, that is 3 tens, 4 units, plus 11, which is 11 10, 1 unit. In the units column, 2 units plus 4 units, 6 units, plus 1 unit would be 7 units. In the tens column, 0 10 plus 3 tens is 3 tens, plus 1 10 would be 4 tens. In the hundreds column, we have 2 hundreds, which means it is 2 hundreds, 4 tens, 7 units. So it is 247. Let us see some more sums. 200 plus 10 plus 1. First, we'll arrange them vertically. We'll write HTU. Now 200 would be 200, 0, 10, 0 unit, plus 10 would be 110, 0 unit, plus 1 would be 1 unit. So, in the units column, we have 0 unit plus 0 unit, that is 0 unit, plus 1 unit, which means the answer is 1 unit. In the tens column, we have 0, 10 plus 110, that is 110. So it is 110. In the hundreds column, we only have 200, so we'll write 2, which means the answer is 200, 110, 1 unit, that is 211. Now the next sum. 352 plus 313 plus 21. First, we'll arrange them in vertical order, writing HTU. Now 352 would be 300, 5 tenths, 2 units, plus 313 would be 300, 1 tenth, 3 units, plus 21 is 2 tenths, 1 unit. Now let us see the units column. 2 units plus 3 units is 5 units, plus 1 unit is 6 units. In the tens column, 5 tenths plus 1 tenth is 6 tenths, plus 2 tenths is 8 tenths. In the hundreds column, it is 300 plus 300, that is 600. So it is 600, 8 tenths, 6 units, that is 686. Now the third sum. 303 plus 444 plus 122. First we'll arrange them in vertical order, writing HTU. 303 would be 300 0 tens 3 unit, plus 444 would be 400 4 tens 4 units, plus 122 would be 100 2 tens 2 units. In the units column, 3 units plus 4 units is 7 units, plus 2 units is 9 units. In the tens column, 4 tens plus 2 tens is 6 tens. In the hundreds column, 300 plus 400 is 700, plus 100 is 800. So the answer is 869. Next sum is 143 plus 2 plus 2. First we'll arrange them in vertical order, writing HTU. Now 143 is 100 4 tens 3 units, plus 2 would be 2 units, plus 2 would be 2 units. Now 3 units plus 2 units is 5 units, plus 2 units is 7 units. 4 tens would remain as 4 tens, and 100 would be 100. So it would be 100 4 tens 7 units, that is 147. Now the next sum, 451 plus 224 plus 112. If you arrange them vertically, writing 100 tens units, 451 would be 405 tens 1 unit, plus 224 would be 202 tens 4 units, plus 112 would be 100 110 2 units. Now we'll begin addition from the units column. 1 unit plus 4 units is 5 units, plus 2 units would be 7 units. 5 tens plus 2 tens is 7 tens, plus 1 ten is 8 tens. 400 plus 200 is 600, plus 100 is 700. So it is 700, 8 tens, 7 units, that is 787. Next sum, 5 plus 12 plus 372. Arranging them in vertical order, writing HTU. Now 5 is 5 units, plus 12 would be 110 2 units, plus 372 would be 300 7 tens 2 units. Now we'll begin the addition from the units column. 5 units plus 2 units is 7 units, plus 2 units would be 9 units. 110 plus 7 tens is 8 tens. And in the hundreds column, we have 300. So it is 300, 8 tens, 9 units. So the answer would be 389. Next sum is 3 plus 42 plus 233. First we'll arrange them in vertical order by writing HTU. Now 3 is 3 units, plus 42 would be 4 tens 2 units, plus 233 would be 200 3 tens 3 units. If you begin the addition from the units column, 3 units plus 2 units is 5 units, plus 3 units would be 8 units. In the tens column, 4 tens plus 3 tens is 7 tens. In the hundreds column, we have 2. So it is 200, 7 tens, 8 units, that is 278. Now the next sum, 104 plus 2 plus 3. First we'll arrange them in vertical order, write HTU. Now 104 would be 100 0 tens 4 units, plus 2 is 2 units, plus 3 is 3 units. Now in the units column we have 4 units plus 2 units, which is 6 units, plus 3 units, that is 9 units. In the tens column we only have 0 tens, so it is 0. And in the hundreds column we have 100. So it is 100 0 10 9 units, which means the answer is 109. Now the last sum. 400 plus 40 plus 4. First you arrange them in vertical order, writing HTU. Now 400 would be 400 0 10 0 unit, plus 40 would be 4 10 0 unit, plus 4 is 4 units. In the units column we have 4 units, so write 4. In the tens column we have 4, so we write 4 in the tens column. In the hundreds column we have 400, so we write 4 in the hundreds column. So it is 400, 4 tens, 4 units, that is 444.
Thanks for watching Home Revise. Please like, subscribe and share this video.